Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to episode 2 here on season number 3. Anyways, if you haven't had a chance yet, feel free to tap the like button. I just like totally hopped on the chair right there. And if you haven't already, I come out with just content here on the YouTube space. So slap the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Today we're going to be getting into, first of all, Stash Recap December edition, and then also we're going to be getting into the 2019 strategy, my personal strategy for Stash moving into 2019 for the duration of 2019. For these guys that don't know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Just because it's my strategy does not mean to go out and change your strategy to my strategy. This is what I found works best for me, and that does not mean at any case that it will work best for you, and it does not mean that it's going to make you money. So let's just go ahead and leave it right there. First of all, the account this month was brutal. The Stash account was just terrible this month, just to say the least. There's not really much positive besides, hey, yeah, I got a Stash account still. Okay, there was like 5 or 6 times where I was tempted to close the account. No, that's not true. That never crossed my mind. But it was bad. It was brutal. Negative 6.09% or something like 0.08% or something like that. Anyways, the numbers do not lie. So this month the gross loss on my account, so last month ending balance, this month's ending balance was a negative. There was a difference of negative $55. However, I did deposit $40 this month. So if you take that into consideration, you get a total negative loss of $95, or basically 6.08%. Like, it was bad, all right? Still though, I'm still working on bringing up that real estate tycoon to a 15% level. I think right now it's sitting at like a 7% or something around there. Both delicious dividends, park my cash at 25%. However, that will probably change moving in 2019. We'll discuss that here in just a second. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the actual Stash account really quickly. So on the screen right now, I mean, the last like 3 or 4 days have been, you know, brutally great, to be honest. Right now I'm sitting positive 4.63%, for a total of $70 overall growth on the account. I've got 50 cents sitting in my cash balance, which is actually being invested later today into real estate tycoon. Like I said, park my cash sitting at 26%, $407 in there. Delicious dividends sitting at 25%, $393 in there. Real estate tycoon sitting at 7% for a total of $108. And then all that glitters, roll with Buffett, you know, and the list kind of goes on and 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 on. Green tops, that's good. That's what I like to see. No withdrawals. There is some obviously, it's not good when a green the next month is below the green from last month. That's just not good on the account. But it's still like, I understand that, hey, you know what, the market was rough in October and the market was definitely rough in December, so that kind of happens. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual account history. A lot of dividends this month, so I'm really excited about that. Dividend from Uncle Sam, dividend from Park My Cash, subscription payment for $1, dividend from Public Works, a dividend from the conservative mix, purchased some delicious dividends, deposit of $20, which I bought some delicious dividends, $3.16 from delicious dividends this month, 8 cents from American Innovators, a dividend of 18 cents from High Voltage, Real Estate Tycoon, $1 from them, which I purchased more Real Estate Tycoon for $4.43. Defending America paid me 3 cents. Do the Right Thing paid me 10 cents. Then I turned around and bought some more Real Estate Tycoon for 13 cents. Clean and Green paid me 23 cents. Combat Carbon paid me 22 cents. Public Works paid me 4 cents. Women Who Lead paid me 43 cents. Doctor paid me 9 cents. Equality Works paid me 30 cents. Corporate Cannabis paid me 21 cents. Home Sweet Home paid me 7 cents. Woman Who Lead 12 cents. Woman Who Lead another 45 cents. Small and Mighty 10 cents. Stocks Worldwide 13 cents. Up and Coming 12 cents. Pacific Powerhouse 29 cents. And the list just keeps on going on and on and on. A $20 deposit on the 28th, which I bought some Real Estate Tycoon, and then some more dividends to finish out the month right there, as you can tell. So overall, like this month, I was pretty happy with how everything. I mean, besides the fact that the account dropped pretty hardcore, like really hardcore. I'm still kind of, you know, glad that I was able to make those regular deposits, buy some delicious dividends while it was kind of down, and then also buy some real estate tycoon while it's been also down a little bit as well. However, let's go ahead and talk about my strategy moving forward into 2019. Last year, kind of to retrack, last year my plan was 25% delicious dividends, 25% park my cash, 15% real estate tycoon, and then from there I would do 10% into an ETF of my choice when I got there, when I was already 15% exposed into real estate tycoon and 25% park my cash delicious dividends. However, this year I did not reach that, and so I do not have like a ETF that I picked that I'm 10% exposed to. And then also from that point, then I would move into a 5% single stock, which would leave me basically 80% exposed into 5 holdings, and then the last 20% I would basically buy ETFs and single stocks as the account kind of allowed it. This year though, in 2018, I was only able to get 25% exposure into delicious dividends and 25% exposure into park my cash. Park my cash literally took me 9 months to get exposure up to 25%. So that was like literally like, if you look back, I mean, look at all the videos, I'm sure that a lot of them I'm just like, oh, $20 park my cash, $20 park my cash. So it was a grueling kind of year in regards to this past year. On my Stash Retire account, I was able to achieve all the correct percentages except for the single stocks, which I did end up picking Union Pacific, and it's kind of like, great, now I've got it all kind of set up. So as far as what my strategy on Stash Retire will be, I'll save that for another video. But what will my strategy be on Stash Invest moving forward to this year? And again, the reason why I'm talking about my strategy is not so that you can go like, hey, you know what, we should follow it. He knows what he's talking about. Like, he's the guru. Go follow him. Like, by no means am I a guru. By no means do I know where the stock market will be in the next year. Do I know no means where I know where I'll be next week, or even in the heck the next 10 years. So please do not follow my investment strategy. For me personally, it works great. That's why I do it. But for you, it might not work well. I don't know. I don't know your investing strategy. I don't know what works best for you. So you have to decide what works best for you and make the best educated decisions on what to invest in, whether that be dollar cost averaging your mix, whether that be dollar cost averaging some single stocks. I don't specifically know. Whether that be trying to time the market, again, I don't know. That's left up to you. I'm just here kind of sharing my story and also to give context, so when I make my recap videos, it's not like, huh, what kind of strategy is he using? What's he doing? It's like, hey, there's a video out there that you can go watch to understand what the strategy is that I'm following, and then it will make a little bit more sense because there's context based upon the recap videos. This year will be exciting. I'm kind of treading into some untreaded water, specifically on my Stash account. Last year I really liked the percent breakdowns, and so this year I'll be following something similar. I'll just be adjusting those percentages to, I guess, better fit a little bit my investing style. So delicious dividends, I do plan on bringing it up to 30%. Last year was at 25%, so I'll be bringing it up 5% more of my overall account. Park my cash, I will be deflating down to 15%. Real estate tycoon, I'll be leaving at 15%. This year, I also will, you know, again, choose a holding of my choice. Last year, I didn't get to do one, unfortunately. So this year, hopefully, cross my fingers, I'll get to pick one. And that I will be leaving at 10%, the same as last year. I will also be adding 5% into the precious metals ETF. And then lastly, I'll be adding 5% into a single stock. So that will again leave me at 80% of my overall account being exposed into now 6 ETFs and stocks. And then from there, the last 20% I'll just buy, as long as the other percents are, you know, set up correctly. I'll just buy in order of the way that they're listed on Stash. So it'll be like a $20 buy on the ETF, as long as the other, you know, ETFs, the other 6 are at their correct percentages. So that's kind of the breakdown this year. The reason kind of why, to kind of retrace, the reason why I plan on, you know, dropping Park My Cash to 15% this year is not so much because I don't like the fund. I really enjoy it. I think that for me last year was great to have 25% exposure there. I just honestly, last year I was using it as more of a place to store my liquidity, so to store my cash. So over the next year, I do plan on deflating it. If the market does drop, I'll be able to buy a lot more equity stocks at a cheaper price, hopefully being more exposed there. So if it does run, then I'll be able to capture quite a bit more growth. However, if it does just grow, the stock market continues to grow or whatever the next year, I'll be able to still have a lot more exposure into stocks or ETFs specifically that are going to maybe grow, and not as much into a park my cash that's not going to grow, but it's just going to be stable. And then the reason why I'm exposing into gold a little bit, or precious metals, is just because I've read quite a bit of articles that have suggested that at least 5% is good for a overall account. So I figured, hey, I might as well just do it and get it over with and leave it where it is, maybe for the next 250 years or something. I don't know. It just sounded like a good idea. I'm not so much interested in precious metals because it doesn't pay dividends and it doesn't seem to, grow fast or grow much, but at least I could at least do, 5%. Also, if you're wondering where I sell off, park my cash down, will I sell off 10% right now? No, I'll just continue making those regular deposits, and I won't be putting money into park my cash. So it will be deflating just naturally as I make my regular deposits. For me personally, it just seems it's worked better for me to do that instead of focusing on when should I sell park my cash and then when should I invest that 10% into those ETFs and single stocks. It's no, just make those regular deposits, and over time park my cash will naturally deflate down to 15%. So that's kind of my strategy moving forward with park my cash specifically. However, we'll go ahead and leave it right there. It's been awesome. Oh wow, I just totally stepped out of frame. It's been awesome. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to let me know your thoughts, comments, criticism about my strategy moving forward. I totally squeaked right there. And also, I would love it if you shared your strategy. What's your strategy for the upcoming year on Stash? Or maybe you own a different account with a different investment company or whatever. Feel free to let me know your strategy down in the comments below. And then also, if you plan on remaining to do the same thing that you did in 2018, I would love to know that as well. Feel free to let me know down in the comments. It was awesome. Season 3, here we go. It's been awesome. Anyways, if you have any questions, post them down below like I always say. But until next time, it has been yo boy, Coach Keith. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Oh yeah, like and subscribe.